Hi everybody, this is Cheryl. I am the owner and operator of ABC's Cruise and Travel. I am located here in beautiful Richmond, Virginia, and today I'm out here at Lake Anna talking to you. We're really lucky that, we have our own port here in Norfolk. And that's wonderful. We've been for several years able to cruise several times a year. But our only option is Carnival Cruise Line. And don't get me wrong, I love Carnival, but it's not the only cruise line. And I love cruising. And my personal favorite cruise line is Royal Caribbean, and so that's not an option here in Norfolk. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your options from the Virginia area. Up until recently, 2024, there were no cruises leaving out of Norfolk because of they were refurbishing the port. And so, I'm not the port, the terminal. And so there was supposed to be no cruising. Now there has been the emergency with the bridge collapse in Baltimore. So there are a few cruises that are leaving out of Norfolk right now, but they were not regularly supposed to be on the schedule. So we could leave out of Baltimore and South Carolina, which are both a few hour drive away. Not bad, but the ships that leave out of there are the oldest and smallest cruise ships on the seas. And some people love that, and that's wonderful. I like the bells and whistles on the bigger ships. And I also think that when you leave from up north, the water's just a little rougher than it is when you leave out of Florida. So the bigger the ship, the more stable you're going to feel on the water, the less rocking. So I don't really like leaving out of either Baltimore or out of South Carolina. You can always go down to Florida. Great, lots of cruise ships. All the different cruise lines leave there. You can go out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa, Jacksonville, Cape Canaveral. All fabulous options. And the weather's beautiful year round. That makes it a great option year round. But for those of us who are this far north, it's a long drive to go down to Florida, and our other option is to fly. I don't mind flying. I actually quite enjoy flying, but the price of airline tickets is so high now. It's gotten kind of out of hand, and on top of that, there seems to be a lot of cancellations post-COVID. They seem to be cutting back and trying to book to capacity and trying to get as many people on the planes as possible. And obviously that makes sense for them. But there's been a lot of cancellations where they didn't have a crew member for a shift. There seems to be a lot of those sort of cancellations. And that can mess you up. So anyhow, I really like leaving out of New Jersey and New York. It is a 5.5, 6 hour drive from here. Not bad. I don't mind doing that. However, the traffic in DC and in New York is a bear. And we all know 95 can get really hairy. So while I don't mind a 5-hour easy drive, that's not always an easy drive. But I booked myself a 9-night cruise on Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas, sailing out of New Jersey in August. It's my birthday cruise, and we leave on August 15th. So I'm really excited about the cruise, not so much about getting up there until I started doing some research. Why would I bother driving in all that traffic when I can take the train? So I just wanted to share what I found. You can take the Northeast Regional Train and pick it up in downtown Richmond or at Staples Mill. It leaves 11 times a day. So there's plenty of choice of times. It starts as early as, I think it was 4 or 4:30 in the morning. So there's plenty of train options, depending on what time you want to be up into New York and New Jersey. I chose the 8:23 a.m. train leaving out of Staples Mill. This way, I don't even have to drive into Richmond and deal with Richmond rush hour traffic. So the Staples Mill train station is just a couple miles from my house in Glen Allen. So that's what I'm opting to do. So I'm going to get on the train there. I had a choice of either the coach seats or upgrading to business class. I will tell you, I went ahead and booked business class because I'm going with 3 of my cruise clients, and we're all going up together. And they wanted to do business class because they always do business class when they fly. I will tell you, if I do it again, and I will, I probably won't upgrade to business class. I'll probably just do the coach, because now that I've done my research, the seating in coach is absolutely lovely. It's not like you're on an airplane coach, because that's what I had in my mind. I thought that the seating was going to be like on the airplane or on a bus. It's not at all. The seating in coach is really, I would say it's almost equivalent in space and size seats and comfort to what would be first class on an airplane. So plenty of room, whether you're a big guy, big shoulders, big man, or carrying a couple extra pounds. You're not going to be uncomfortable being in the coach seats. Coach seats do not come with complimentary beverages. However, business class does come with complimentary non-alcoholic beverages. Nice, but it's only a 6-hour drive, and I don't think I'll be drinking at 8:20 in the morning. So not really a big deal for me. And so we're going to have a nice, like I said, there will be 4 of us on the train, and we are going to have a full-size 4-top table and seating for 4 people. The table is a regular size restaurant 4-top, and plenty of space to play cards. If you either brought your own meal, or if you want to go down to the cafe car and pick up a sandwich. They have hot sandwiches, cold sandwiches, salads, sodas, waters, beer, wine, all of that. You can either eat in the cafe car, or you can bring it back to your seat and you can eat at your own private table, whatever makes your heart happy. So I'm just so impressed by this, and I'm so impressed by the prices. Round trip for coach then is $84, and business class round trip was $212, including all the taxes. You can't beat this. So first there's that. Now let's consider whether or not you're going to be sailing out of either New Jersey, or whether you're going out of the New York port. The 2 ports are very close together. Literally, when you are standing in the one and you look across, you can see each other. You can see from one port to the other. They're that close. So, but if you're someone like me, I have been living here in Virginia for 25 years, and I'm from Vermont. So I am not a real good traveler with public transportation because I grew up in Vermont. We didn't have public transportation. We didn't have subways. We didn't have buses. It just wasn't an option. So I get a little nervous. But with the train here, I did book a direct train, but direct train actually makes 2 stops. One at the Newark airport, which is conveniently 15 miles away from my cruise port in New Jersey, or you can continue on and go right into Penn Station. Well, the Penn Station train station is 2.5 miles from the New York City cruise terminal. So how easy is this? So now, like I said, I'm cruising with Royal Caribbean, and we'll be sailing out of New Jersey. So we're taking the train down, getting off at the Newark airport, and we've booked one night hotel right there at the Spring Hill Suites by Marriott at the Newark airport. And so we get off the train, we call the 1-800 number and say, we're here, come get us. The hotel shuttle will come get us, bring us back to the hotel. We stay the night, and then in the morning, I'm going to book about a month before the cruise. I'll go on to Uber, and I'm going to schedule a pickup for 9:30 in the morning to take us over to the cruise port. I've already been checking the prices. We have a 5th person who will be joining us in Newark. So the morning that we cruise, there will be 5 of us. And that we'll be all going together. So I can get an extra large SUV that holds 6 people plus luggage, and to go from the hotel to the cruise port in New Jersey is $96 or $97. Of course, that doesn't include tip, but it's a personal driver who, we can say, hey, do you mind stopping at this grocery store? We'd like to pick up some, a couple bottles of wine and some sodas and some water and whatever we want to take with us. It's just easy and customized. So I wanted to say how easy I think this is going to be, and I'm just so excited about this. But I also wanted to mention the financial side of this. For me to drive from Richmond, Virginia to New York City, like I said, it's about a 5.5, 6 hour drive, and it would round trip cost me about $75 in gas. I also went ahead last night and did some research. The tolls from here to New York City is $43 for tolls one way. So you're going to double that. So $86 in tolls. And then if I have my car down there, I've got to park my car. Parking down at Port Liberty in New Jersey is $30 a night. So you're looking at close to $300 because I'm doing a 9-night cruise. I mean, right there, I'm saving so much money just by taking the train. And it's just going to be so convenient. I'm just so thrilled about this. And I think if more people realized how easy it was and how cost effective it is, as long as you purchase your tickets ahead of time. Now, if you wait and decide at the last minute that you're going to go up by train, your tickets are going to be a couple $100. But if you book ahead of time, like I just booked mine yesterday, And like I said, my cruise is in August, so I'm ahead of the game. But I mean, honestly, my tickets are dirt cheap, and how lovely to get on the train, just sit down, settle in, and chat with my fellow travelers. Um, the seats are comfortable. There is a charging port, so you can charge your devices. Um, there's obviously I told you about the cafe car. There is bathrooms. Um, no stress at all. I just think this is a really fantastic option. Um, if you wanted to continue on, like I said, and go to Penn Station is just a quick 2.5 mile trip from there to the New York port. It is then, I think, 17 or 19 miles to the New Jersey port. I don't know why you would want to do that, but if you did, that's fine. I just think this is a really great option for everybody. If you have any questions about this, if you're considering doing a cruise and you live in the Richmond area, I really think you should consider leaving out of New York and New Jersey. And, you know, all the major cruise lines sail from there. And jump on the train and make it just a fun, stress-free vacation from the time you walk out your door. If you have questions, or if you're ready to start the booking process or start the planning process for your next cruise or all-inclusive resort, please feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me on here. You can message me on Facebook. I'm Cheryl Costello. You can go to my business page, which is ABC's Cruise and Travel. Or you can call me. My phone number is 804-445-4290. And you can feel free to text message at that same phone number. I would be honored to help you. And if there's any questions about cruising or all-inclusives, or if there's a particular resort that you like or you've been looking at, or if you'd like to see some at a certain island, and feel free to comment and say, hey Cheryl, will you show us some all-inclusives in Cancun? Will you show us some all-inclusives in St. Thomas? Hey Cheryl, will you show us some information about the Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas? I'd be happy to talk about anything that makes you guys happy. And if it's something that I can answer one-on-one for you, that's great. But if it's something that I think that other people will be interested in, I'll be happy to make a video and share it with everybody. Because if you have a question, I guarantee you other people have a question. And I would love to help you. So y'all have a good day and stay safe out there. Warm wishes and Caribbean dreams. ABC's Cruise and Travel.